Let's check out 5 little-known signs you could be running faster by improving your in-run fueling and hydration. Sometimes a few of these get chalked up to reasons outside of nutrition, and if you find yourself doing that, you might want to just do a quick double check that it's not just your fuel and hydration that's holding you back. Diving right in. Number 5. If you can count on your performance suffering more than others in the heat or humidity or at altitude, but you feel pretty dialed in when the weather is perfect for you, it might be a sign that your fuel and hydration needs to be better matched to the conditions. When nutrition isn't matched to the conditions, dehydration and performance drop are the result. Number 4. Steady state running starts to suck more than you think it should. What do I mean here? I mean being out on a long aerobic run and getting 2 or 3 hours in and it starts to feel soul crushing. If that's you, take a look at your fuel and hydration mix. It might not be a brain or a legs problem. It might be a fuel problem. Number 3, if you experience weird cravings during training, you probably have a fueling issue and can run faster. Do you ever crave pickles? Or maybe a juicy burger 2.5 hours into a run? Or maybe you're just daydreaming about crepes drenched in maple syrup. If that's you, you might be underfueling and have performance left on the table if you fix it. Related to number 3 is hunger. More often than with cyclists, people in the sport nutrition and sport science world hear from runners that they just have to have something solid on their long runs. Listen up. Hunger. Stomach rumbling hunger, where you're just wishing you had something to eat, or another version of hunger, starting to just prefer solid foods to fill your stomach and make yourself feel full the longer the run goes on, is a sign that you've dramatically underfueled earlier on in the run. The reason I can be so confident that hunger is a problem that indicates underfueling earlier on in the run is epinephrine. Epinephrine is also known as adrenaline, which normally increases in your bloodstream during exercise. It just helps your body access all its internal fuel stores. But when epinephrine is elevated in your blood like normal during exercise, it strongly blocks hunger signaling. So even if you might otherwise be hungry, epinephrine is telling your brain the opposite. So if you've got breakthrough hunger while you're exercising out on a long run, it might mean that your muscles are literally screaming for fuel, and that you're probably at least an hour behind in your fuel consumption. Before I get to number 1, I have an honorable mention to add to the list of signs that you could be running faster if you improved your in-run nutrition. And in ultra-endurance athletes, it might be related to numbers 2 and 3, drinking or eating resistance. If you find yourself not wanting to consume either the fuel mix or the water that you brought with you, it's not just a weird psychological quirk. You're not just finicky when runs get long. You don't just want solid food. It might be because you've already messed up your fueling strategy from the get-go. The reason drinking or eating resistance often happens is because folks are sort of in tune with what feels good in their bodies at any given time. And if you've fallen behind on your hydration or fueling earlier in the run, it makes it much harder for your gut to tolerate the stuff you brought for later in the run. And our brains are pretty well adapted to look at foods and perceive how they're going to make us feel because they store up memories about similar experiences in the past. So if you find yourself hours into a long run staring at your snacks thinking, ugh, I just don't know if I can do any more of this stuff, you might be able to go faster for longer and actually enjoy your snacks if you fix your fueling and hydration earlier in the run. The take home for our honorable mention is, if you don't want to have resistance to drinking or eating later in the run, start drinking and eating earlier in the run. Michelle and I have been working day and night on putting together our app, Saturday. Custom, personal fueling for each of your training sessions, custom race hydration plans based on the latest scientific research. We've developed a database of recommended products to choose from, plus customization made simple, and automation so that it feels like every day you just have a nutrition coach in your kitchen making your mix for you. Our mission is to democratize pro fuel and hydration and make it dumb simple. Go download Saturday today. All right, let's get to the grand finale. Number 1. Fading motivation. You know that little voice that starts to say in your head, it's not worth it, I just want to be done, the workout's already ruined. You know the voice. It's not just mental fatigue or weakness talking to you. You're not in as bad of a place as you think. And when those feelings start to take hold, sure, negative self-talk might be caused by poor mental strategies or bad habits psychologically, but you didn't start out on your big run saying, it's just not worth it. That little voice convincing you that it's not worth the effort anymore and that you should stick it in zone 1 and limp home is highly correlated to blood sugar and your fueling strategy. If you find yourself experiencing drops in your motivation to do what you set out to do at the beginning of a run, it might be worth checking into your fuel and hydration strategy. My hope with this video is to convince at least one more person that some of their issues can be solved with a little look into their fuel and hydration strategy, and not by changing their running plan. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.